So the first thing is we need to understand what is an article. So when you are talking about an article is just a word that define or introduce other words. So that is what we call as an article. So an article is going to define. So define is more like you just want to give an explanation of something. For example, if they ask you what is matter, so you are going to give a definition, or you want just to introduce a word. So that is an article. And we have got two types of articles. So the type of articles, one, we have got what we call definite articles. And then we also have indefinite articles. So we need again to know what are definite articles and what are indefinite articles. So when you're talking about definite articles, this is an article that refers to a particular thing. So you are just referring to a particular thing. That is a definite article referring to a particular thing. Okay, and then when you're talking about an indefinite article, this refer to a general type of thing. So you are referring to a general type of thing. And then definite, you are referring to particular type. So that's a difference. So these articles we have got a and an. Those are some examples. So for example, the egg was eaten by Sarah. So if you say the egg, let's consider a sentence. The egg was eaten by Sarah. So the here is introducing the sentence. So this the is an article. Now we are going to find out if it is a definite article or an indefinite article. Now if you say the egg, so you know what egg you are talking about. For example, maybe someone came and says, where is the egg I left at this place? And then you say, the egg was eaten by Sarah. So you know what the egg you are talking about is. So this is a definite article. Now imagine say an. Instead of using the, I use an, or I use a. An egg was eaten by Sarah. So you don't know about this egg you are talking about when you use an. You just know that there is an egg which was eaten. That's why you use an. So this is an indefinite article. An is an example and a is an example. Why? You don't know what egg you are referring to. All you know is that there is an egg which was eaten. That is why we are saying an egg. But if you say the egg, you know what you are talking about. Maybe someone had already put it there. Okay, so a and an are indefinite articles because even in the sentence above, they are generally referring to things. So it is just a general description. You don't know really what you are referring to. All right, and then there is a definite because even in the example you can see here, we know that the thing which you are is being referred to are particular or are already known. So we already know what we are trying to refer to. That is why there is a definite article. So an is a form of a when used with vowels. So the only difference between this an and a is just they are the same. But when you are talking about vowels, sentences that begin with e, o, u. So instead of you using a, you are going to use an. So these are vowels. Articles are sometimes referred to as determiners because they do play a determining role in a sentence sometimes. So other examples of determiners you can talk about, you have got one, any, much, those. Now, basically, one thing you should be able to understand here is, let's say you have got a sentence like this: dash elephant passed here. And then the options which are there, you've got a, you have got an, you have got the. So imagine this is how the question came: dash elephant passed here. Are you going to say a and the? A elephant passed here, an elephant passed here, the elephant passed here. So which one are you going to talk about? Okay, good. So which one? Good. Okay, so here you are going to use an. So an elephant passed here. Now, if this elephant passed there again, and then people were saying there's a certain elephant which passed at this place, and people saw it. So imagine first, before the passing of the elephant for the second time, the elephant passed. Okay, the elephant passed from this point to this point, and then everyone saw that elephant, and then it came again and passed for the second time. So in this case, you are going to say the elephant passed here. Why are we using the? Because you know what elephant you are talking about. Everyone knows the elephant you are talking about. But if it is the first time, maybe you've gone uh, in the bush and then you just see an elephant pass, you are going to say an elephant. And why are you using an instead of a? Because the elephant starts with e. It starts with a vowel. So this is very important to follow, because if you put a here, to be wrong. And you can't say a apple. It is an apple. Okay. All right. So these are some articles that we get to talk about. So let me write some sentences. We see if we are able to answer them. Which article we are going to use. So let's say I say dash computer crashed on dash Wednesday. So what do you think? What article are you going to use here? A computer crashed, or the computer crashed, or an computer crashed? What are you going to use? So let me put, you've got a, an, and the, and also here you've got a, an, and the. What do you think? What are we going to use? Okay. Okay. What of here? What can you put there on? Is it on the? Okay. A. All right. So here, yes, you are going to use a on a Wednesday. On a Wednesday. Now here you can say a computer crashed on a Wednesday. Now, if you say a computer, don't you know that computer? Because for you to be able to talk about that computer, then you know it. You know that computer which crashed. So instead of you using a, you are going to use the. Obviously, for you to talk about this computer, you know it, or maybe it is yours or it's for your friend. So now you are referring to something that you already know. So you're going to say the computer crashed on a Wednesday instead of a computer. Because if you say a computer, it means you don't know that computer. Okay. All right, let's put another sentence. If we say dash boy threw dash at me. So what are we going to use? Let's say uh, okay, let me rewrite this. Dash boys through, this is the through, dash stones. So here we have got these words. Here we have got a, we have got an, we have got the, and then here we have got some, we have got a, we have got the. So what do you think? What are we going to put here? Dash boy through. What are we going to put? A, okay, good. It is a boy through. Uh-huh. What are we going to use here? Remember, this is not stone, it's stones. So what are we going to use? Okay, a boy through. If you say a stones doesn't make sense. So a cannot go with this one unless a stone, but not stones. So a is going to go with singular, something that is alone. But this is plural. So a can't go with that. And you can't use the stones. So are you saying you know also the name of the stones, or you know the stones? No, that is not one thing that you're able to like know. So we're going to say a boy threw some stones. Okay. So here you are going to use some. You can't use a, you can't use the for that one. Does that make sense? Okay.